Get this Coon of the week, then topic 1. Might as well dive right up in topic 2. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rays on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Camp doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. In time news out to the missiles. Riders on the wall. 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 All your nonsense gonna fall. Coon of the week ain't fool with y'all. And we clean up your song. We do it big. They see us on your TV. IUIC know that it's on repeat. See us on your TV. Thursday on repeat. Yeah, we IUIC. Yeah, you know who we be. Menadiah. Officer David. Officer Obadiah. Officer Simpson. Officer Elijah. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. Riders on the wall. 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 Riders on the wall.
Naraya, you the GOAT, boy.
check. Hey, shalom. Turn me up, IT. Turn my mic up. Turn my mic up. Check. There you go. Hey, shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless. This is Israel United in Christ, and this is the Writings on the Wall radio show. Turn me up a little bit more. To my right.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Sampson.
All right. Shalom, Israel. Officer David. Shalom.
This is your place for end-time news.
Yes, it is.
All right. All praises. Hey, my microphone, not my mic. What's this called? Headphones.
Headset.
My headphones is real low today. I don't know what's going on.
Headset.
Headset. I said headphones, ain't it? All right. Thank you.
All praise.
Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. We back with another show. Hey, we got new attire on, man.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
We got the jackets, the shirts. Go ahead down the line, cameraman.
Hey, it's kind of spiffy, Cap. It's spiffy.
Yeah, professional look.
Yeah, that's old school spiffy.
Yeah, what size is yours, David?
Why you got to bring up that, though, Cap? It's a 4X.
A 4X.
I'm 6'8".
What you supposed to do with that?
I don't know. Cover yourself up and make a sheet.
Hey, but real quick, man. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Hey, we had an adventurous week this past weekend.
Yes, we did.
Officer Sampson, what did we get a chance to do?
Yes, we got a chance to do. We went to headquarters. I go see Tallahassee. So that was
Oh,
a
y'all.
great experience right there. So all praise to the Most High.
That's right.
All praise. So,
So that's the trip that you went up there for the cheese cake?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
okay, so put the camera back on me. Remember last? Yeah, I told you
bishop.
stop putting the camera on this brother. Yeah, man. Me and Officer Sampson. Oh yeah, Captain Enoch. We went up to headquarters. Had ourselves a good time, man. Shouts out to IUIC New York, Mount Vernon headquarters up there. Took great care of us. Had an excellent time. Can we get some round of why so dry, man?
For real.
Come on now.
IT, man.
So IT got their booth, man. They like.
They got a new booth.
I'm kind of uppity back there. They kind of uppity.
You see how they clap for that, right?
Yeah.
He clapped for the booth.
Right.
His brothers ain't right, man. But yeah, man, we had a good time. Hey, topic of the day kind of was sparked by something that we seen downtown near the Central Park area. Have you ever heard of something called a God-optional church? You ever heard of that before?
No, sir.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of it before until I went up there. So it's a whole kick. What they're doing, they saying it's all about universalism, and basically you do whatever you want. Yeah. But yeah, we'll dive into the universalism a little bit later. But yeah, right. I see a church building. It had a pastor out front welcoming people in, but next to it on the sign it says God Optional Church.
Oh wow.
God. You know, New York is the belly of the beast. You know, everything starts up there and you kind of trickle. So we'll see what happens with that. But hey, we about to jump into it. We got an action-packed show as usual. Play the clip. Yes. Read that for me, please. Read that.
This is apnews.com.
Please turn his mic up. Please turn his mic up. Do they do sound checks? Turn the mic up, please. Go ahead.
This is apnews.com. 7.6 quake damages buildings in Indonesia, felt in Australia.
Right. So what have we been reading about these last few weeks? California, though.
Right.
California has been getting the business over there. I think they're back on this list again. But in Indonesia, a 7.6 level earthquake hit Indonesia and could be felt in Australia. Let's read some of this, please.
Jakarta, Indonesia. A powerful deep-sea earthquake damaged village buildings in a lightly populated island chain in eastern Indonesia early Tuesday and was widely felt in northern Australia. 2 school buildings and 124 houses were damaged in Indonesia's Tanimbar Islands and southwest Maluku districts. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency said only 1 injury was reported. Local residents felt strong tremors for 3 to 5 seconds. There was panic when the quake shook, so the residents left their houses.
So it said the earthquake was so powerful, the magnitude, all right, the 7.6 magnitude earthquake, you felt it in Australia.
Dang.
All right,
Wow.
go to the next clip. Read that for me, please.
This is rtnews.com. Australia has experienced the worst flooding in recorded history. Authorities in the northern state of Kimberley, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said he would send much-needed support to isolated communities.
All right, go to the clip. All right, blow that up for me, please. So this is going on in Australia. As a result, you're seeing what flooding in Australia.
Right.
Hey, am I tripping? Are those kangaroos? Those
I
kangaroos?
was about to say, Cap,
Kangaroos.
are those kangaroos?
Yeah, play that. Let me see.
With flooding in the Kimberley continuing to overwhelm. Record
those
flows of
kangaroos.
water have left residents and wildlife stranded in its wake.
Damn, kangaroos is out there.
Yeah, man. So you see week by week, state to state, country to country, you see the Most High touching the earth, man.
Right.
Go to the next one with California. Go to the next one with California.
Bring it on.
Yep, read that.
This is AlJazeeraNews.com. Parade of storms startled California for a third straight week.
For a
Damn.
third straight week. Hey, you know what I was thinking, man? You know, Cali, I ain't never been to Cali, but I've heard about it.
Yep.
They be having all those crazy Hollywood parties over there.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Like, damn, Cali been getting it every week, man.
Yep.
You had something, officer?
So that's what Bill Cosby got. You know what I mean? He got accused of what he was accused of. But on real quick.
Damn, bro, why you gotta use Bill Cosby as an example, bro?
Jello pudding.
What about who else stay over there, man? What about
Who else stay?
the Hollywood people, man?
Arnold
Anybody else?
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thank you.
He was
Elijah. Nah, man. What you got, Officer Elijah? You got a precept?
I guess
Not
so.
yet. Take a point from David. I will not allow you to shame Bill Cosby
No,
on the show.
I'm not shaming
I will
him.
not allow it. I won't allow it.
Oh,
Officer, what you got?
Come on now, dog.
As we're watching, like Ace just said, it's been weeks of all of this this weather that's going on in California that's not normal. They're trying to normalize. Well, they're trying to normalize it in the news so we can basically act like it's normal everyday thing. But this is what Noah did when it was his time. Noah told the people that destruction was coming, and nobody worried. We're telling you every day that the end time is here, and we're watching it right in California right now. That's one of the places that's receiving this extreme weather. Give me that in Luke chapter 17, verse 26. Luke 17 and 26, like I said, it was just like how when Noah was telling people, hey, it's going to rain, it's going to be a flood, nobody prepared. Then when the storm came, it was only one ark built, one person prepared. Read that.
Bring it on.
The book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 26.
Read.
And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
So God is telling us this is exactly how it's going to be. As we go out there and tell people, hey, God is coming back. Look at the signs. Look at the signs. Wars, rumors of wars. This is exactly what's going on. Read.
They did eat, they drank, they married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
So it's going to be like a regular day when Christ comes back. Yeah, you're going to see wars, but they're normalizing the stuff that shouldn't be normal right now. So that's what we're witnessing right now, Cap.
All right, David, you look all sad over there.
Yeah, I'm
all right,
sad.
all right. What you got? What you got to
I'm
say,
sad
man? What
right
you got
now.
to say?
I was just,
All right,
I was just
okay.
about the precept. Yeah, give me Luke 21 and to the 11.
What are you sad to bring out your precept now?
No, I was just
on now,
wondering
dog.
why Elijah wear his glasses on the show, but he don't wear them on the street. But hey, on the read that real quick. Read
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places.
Hey, hold on. Read that again.
And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places.
So you see the earthquakes is going on in Australia, all right, on the California, all right, all these diverse places. Read.
And famines and pestilences.
And pestilences. So who was that? Bill Gates had said a couple weeks, hey, all right, the pestilence of Sears is coming back.
Was that 2024? Yeah, something like that, man. Yeah, man.
All right, pestilences is still going to be there. Read.
And fearful sights. And great signs shall there be from heaven.
So, all right, great signs is going to be from heaven on us. So the prophecies is coming to pass. All right, California getting hit on the 3 weeks in a row with all these storms and stuff like that. So the earthquakes in Australia and all these on the places. So we got to be aware of what's going on.
No, 100% facts. 100% facts. Now, go back to the article to go along with what Officer David just sprung out. Bruh, how in the world you don't know that something is going on when you get hammered with earthquakes every week, you get hammered with flooding every week? Obviously, there's something going on in the earth.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Hey, go back to the article, please. Go back to the title. Title. Yeah, parade of storms startles California for a third straight week. Give me, was it 2 Ezra 16? Let me hear the first verse, please. Okay. Just like both officers bring out, man. Obviously, we got to present this information because it's scriptural, it's according to prophecy. Yeah. But ultimately, the Most High, he's a mastermind. He pinpoints these things. He's telling us thousands of years ago what was going to happen. But read this for me real quick, and then we'll continue.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia.
It say, woe be unto thee, Babylon. Go ahead.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
It say Asia. Then it says Egypt and Syria. He's telling you where these things are going to be popping off in these last days. Yep. All right. I think it's verse 5.
Verse 5.
Go ahead.
Plagues are sent unto you. And what is he that may drive them away?
Wait a second. It says, what is sent unto you?
What is he?
Read it again, please. Follow me, please.
From the top.
Plagues are sent unto you.
It says, what are sent?
Plagues.
Plagues are sent unto you. And he tells you who it's sent to. Babylon is the United States of America, if you didn't know.
That's right.
Babylon is America, according to the scriptures. Now jump down to verse 12. Watch this.
Verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep.
It says the sea arises up with waves from the deep. Go ahead.
And the waves of it are troubled.
And the waves of it are troubled. Do me a favor. I think the next one is what's going on in Texas as well. What's next? What we got next, IT? Come on, y'all. Let's go to the next one.
Next.
All right. Read that first.
This is YahooNews.com. 4 more storms heading toward California in next 10 days.
You see that? It say 4 more storms.
They can't catch a break.
They can't catch a break for the third week in a row. They've been getting hammered. And it says, go back to it, please. It says 4 more storms heading toward Cali in the next 10 days. So they're going to have a whole month of straight storms, quakes, flooding. All right. And, yeah, let me know if the one is Texas next. Is that the next one? All right, yeah. All right. Go to that one, please. Is there a caption? Okay. Can we read it? I don't see it. There's no caption. Where's Joshua at? The next one? Okay. All right. Read that, please.
This is RTnews.com. The elements are hitting the U.S. again. A tropical storm has hit the American state of Texas. Local media published the moment when lightning struck a building in Houston.
Right. So you see, hey, just understand these tempests, these storms, not a coincidence. Right. Not a coincidence, all right? Go to the next one. Play some of the footage. Yeah, play that. Yeah, that's the one in Houston right there. With the lightning strikes. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, play that.
Oh, he's still trying to get good.
Lord have mercy.
God, dog, how you gonna swim to get gas?
All right. So, hey, what we see, man? Hey, this is a biblical weather report. That's what this thing is right here. Hey, that's it on today's weather report. It's short and sweet today, right? That was it? Thank you. I like that. Round of applause. Hey, but now we finna get into the business, man. Let's get to the Coon of the week. Play the clip for me.
Bring it on.
Y'all all right?
Whew. IT crazy, man. All right, so last week we covered pretty heavy. We covered the situation with our brother Demar Hamlin. Demar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills. He had an issue on the field, an injury that caused him to go into cardiac arrest on the field. But he was able to be saved by the medical personnel that came out there. So all praise for that. Lord's will the brother, get his mind right. We'll go over that a little bit later in today's lesson. But I want to cover something else first. As we know, the devil himself, Skip Bayless. He's the devil. He had some comments about our brother Demar Hamlin.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so we just going to recap y'all on this real quick. Pull that up and read that for us, please.
Athletes call for Skip Bayless to be fired after sick Demar Hamlin tweet.
Let's scroll down. Read that for me, please.
NFL players, NBA players, and retired pro athletes are calling for Skip Bayless to be fired for comments he made in the aftermath of Bills safety Demar Hamlin suffering cardiac arrest on the field during Monday Night Football.
Right. So what did he say? He basically, in a nutshell, Skip Bayless made the comment, the dehumanizing comment, an inconsiderate comment saying, how is it even a possibility that they're thinking about canceling the game?
Right.
Well, because there's a brother on the field laying lifeless. That's why.
Right, yeah.
But he didn't have enough tact to understand that because he's the devil. He don't understand that thing.
Right.
All right. So you got people, celebrities, NFL players, NBA players calling for Skip Bayless to be fired. All right. So go back to the article.
After the Bills-Bengals game was suspended in Cincinnati, the undisputed host took to Twitter to chime in on the situation.
Read that.
No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? Bayless tweeted as medical personnel tended to Hamlin on the field in Cincinnati. This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant.
Right. So he's saying the postseason now seems irrelevant because of what took place with Demar Hamlin. Right. As well it should be. Obviously, that's the game of football shouldn't be more important than this man's life, right?
Right, exactly.
All right, so Skip Bayless said that, and let's be honest, do we expect more from him? No. He is what he is.
No.
But now, this is Coon of the Week, right? We ain't talking about Skip this time.
Right.
All right, now play the next clip. What we got? There you go.
Oh, dang.
Press play.
Judge Skip Bayless.
Running back.
His forehead
Lord
bigger than
have
mine.
mercy.
Play that.
About to judge Skip Bayless or anybody else for saying the wrong thing. God knows I have. Yes, you got to be sensitive out there. Mental health matters, life matters, human beings' well-being matters, and when you speak, you have to make sure that you're sensitive to everything that you can be sensitive to in articulating your position. Skip can defend himself. I will tell you that I've spent years disagreeing with Skip Bayless. I disagree with him now, and I'm going to disagree with him into the future. I know who he is. I know what he's about. Do I agree with everything he says, or how he says it, or the timing with which he uses to say things? No. But the flip side to it is that I know that by and large his heart is in the right place.
Oh, wow.
And, people make mistakes.
Come on now, dog.
Wow. Hey. Give me Isaiah 57. Some of our people, I'm telling you, bro, they cannot be trusted.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. Hey, people like that, they worse than the devil themselves.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, because they look like us. And when you see them, you automatically assume that, they're for our people. Nah, that dude right there, you see how gentle and how he catered to Skip Bayless?
Yeah.
But let it be his own brother. Just a few months ago.
Yeah.
Just a few months ago with our brother Kyrie.
Oh, he was going in on it.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, Skip said this.
Right.
Skip actually came out and said this.
Yeah.
Kyrie didn't say a word. He just posted a link.
Yeah.
And he was suspended from his job.
Dang.
Wow.
And I remember, what'd you say?
And he had to pay millions of dollars.
Millions. And he lost millions of dollars from missing those games as well.
Yeah.
But I do remember, what's his name? Stephen A. Stephen A. kept coming at the fact, he says, Kyrie's so cocky. I was like, you didn't say that about Skipper over there. Right. A little Skip. He didn't say that about him.
Skipper.
I mean, shoot, it's okay, because when you know who you are more confident.
Right.
You understand?
Well, he was cocky too, because he said, I'm not taking the post down. He said, I'm going to keep it up there. So that's cocky.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
He did say that.
When Shannon said, I hope you take it down, Skip, he says, no, I stand by it. Excellent point. But Kyrie just simply says, I know who I am, and and doubles down on it.
Right.
And now he's cocky and he's not apologetic. Nah, get the hell out of here with that, Stephen A. So today, Stephen A., your card is pulled today on Coon of the Week.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, read that script for me, please. Isaiah 57 and verse 8. Watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 57 and verse 8.
Come on.
Behind the doors also, in the post hast thou set up thy remembrance.
Right. It says, behind the doors and the post I set up thy remembrance. Hey, behind closed doors, our people are making all types of wicked deals with the enemy.
Yes.
Understand that thing right there. All right, read that verse again for me, please.
Behind the doors also, In the post hast thou set up thy remembrance.
Read.
For thou hast discovered thyself to another than me, and art gone up. Thou hast enlarged thy bed, and made thee a covenant with them.
You see that? You see that? Our people, they've enlarged their bed by what? The money that they receive.
Right.
Okay? And they made a covenant with them. Who? The so-called white man.
Right.
These are the deals that are going on behind closed doors. And I want y'all to all understand something. This is going into, today's topic of the day as well. When it comes to media, understand, they ain't gonna allow Stephen A to get up there unless he is going to do exactly what they tell him to do.
That's it.
They're going to tell him what to say. They're going to write all of that, but they're going to do what? They're going to put Stephen A on one side. They're going to put, what's the dude?
Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins on the other side. And have them, you're going to speak about this, you're going to speak about that. It's not their own accord.
Right.
It's not what they're coming up with. They may add a little bit to it, but at the end of the day, he's going to say, now I want you to push this agenda today, and you're going to push this agenda. Now, when they ask you about Skip, you better not speak up and say anything.
Right.
And guess what? That's exactly what he's doing. Read that verse again for me, please.
Behind the doors also, in the post hast thou set up thy remembrance.
Come on.
For thou hast discovered thyself to another than me, and art gone up. Thou hast enlarged thy bed, and made thee a covenant with them.
Thou hast enlarged thy bed and made a covenant with them. Get Exodus 5 ready, but we're not going to go to it. Do me a favor. Let's go to the next clip. What we got after that? Oh, yes. So those who are familiar, who are understanding and know what's going on in the sports world, right? Dana White is probably one of the biggest names when it comes to fighting.
Right.
All right.
And you know
What is it, UFC?
Yeah, UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. That's not boxing. That's not kickboxing. That's everything. Mixed martial arts, right? So he is he's the owner of that, right? The founder and owner of the UFC. So just so happens, this week he was caught in a bar with his wife, giving her the beats.
Wow.
That's what he was caught this week. Wow. All right, sparring with his wife at the bar. All right, let's go back to the argument. What you laughing about, Dave?
You say he was sparring with his wife?
Yeah, sparring with his wife, man.
Glove up time.
All right, read that for me, please.
This is TMZsports.com.
Come on.
Dana White, not club fight with wife on NYE. Dana says.
Oh, my bad. That's New Year's Eve. So this happened about a few, like almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Almost 2 weeks.
December 30th, was it first?
Yeah, December 31st. Yep. All right, read that.
Dana White, not club fight with wife on New Year's Eve. Dana says, there's no excuse.
All right, scroll down. So the white man, he understands as long as he keeps saying that, it's going to be brushed under the rug.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Last time I checked, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot get rid of it. Kyrie literally tweeted and shared a link to a movie.
Right.
What you say now, Chuck?
Right. That's all he did. And that got worldwide non-stop coverage. Hey,
for weeks.
A lot of people are hearing this Dana White thing for the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing about it. You see the difference? He put his hands, he hit his wife.
Right.
So this is what we're going to do. Because this is what everybody else wants to do, but they can't do it. But we can do it on writings on the wall.
Bring it out.
So we're going to put this thing out there.
Yes, sir.
Because Dana White, the white man, all right, he needs to be made famous for what he's done.
Right.
All right? So let's go back to the article. We're going to play the clip as well, but read some of this first for me, please.
Dana White and his wife got physical with each other on New Year's Eve, stunning onlookers in the crowded Cabo St. Lucas nightclub. An incident Dana says was regretfully fueled by booze.
So they say, okay, alcohol's the excuse. Nah. Hey,
crap.
Last time I checked, when it's us on the other end, they don't give a damn. So they're going to write it off. Oh, you know what? I did the wrong thing. Oh, it was alcohol's fault. All right, go back to the article,
I'm sick of it.
The UFC honcho and Ann White, who've been married for 26 years, was celebrating Saturday night with friends in El Squid Row. But things took a turn shortly after they all welcomed in 2023 at midnight.
Go ahead.
The couple and their group were in a VIP area above the dance floor. And when Dana leaned over to say something to Ann, she reacted by slapping him across the face. Dana immediately slapped her back in the face before friends jumped in and pulled them apart. And it all played out in plain view of patrons down below.
Hey man, this sounds familiar, man. This sounds familiar with a Jake on the elevator, man.
Oh,
sounds real familiar. And I remember the media coverage on that was crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
It was everywhere and drawn out week after week after week.
That's right.
Ain't no way.
But do me a favor, we ain't talking about him right now. We talking about Dana White.
That's right.
That's what we talking about. Hey, scroll up in the article. Play the video from TMZ, please. Play this video.
Personal del antro, a todos mis compañeros del antro, feliz año nuevo.
Hey, do me a favor, mute that. They might copyright us for that. Yeah, mute that music. Are we good? All right. Go back to the video, play that. There you go. You see him?
Man.
Giving her the damn smackdown in the club.
Yeah.
If they do it in the club, you can imagine what they do behind closed doors.
Right.
Exactly.
Beat her
Somebody come and
tail
look at
behind
this.
closed
There's
doors.
no doubt about it. I'm glad you saw that. If he was so comfortable to do it like that,
Right.
obviously there's something else going on.
Right.
You had some
And
else?
Cap, on Cap, real quick, once you have a level of training in boxing or mixed martial arts, so your hands become lethal
weapons. You're right.
All right, so he should be on the held, for felony charges.
So you say he should be behind bars right now?
He should be in jail, yes, sir.
That's
He should
right.
be in jail right now.
The hell is this?
Sean, real quick, give me one on all right, Zechariah. All right, 11. And what is it, 5? Yeah, 5. All right, because when it come to us, man, they could kill us and slay us in the streets and hold us, all right, on the guilty. And so they see something like this that on the goes with us, oh, man, we in jail. But when it comes to them, man, they get scot-free. Read that.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5.
Read.
Whose possessors slay them.
So whose possessors slay them? All right, we are the possessed, and our possessors can slay us. And read.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they're not held on the guilty. All right, and when they do something, all right, the same way that we do something, they're not held guilty. They're not, all right, brought before the judge or anything like that. Mm-hmm. All right, so what's that called? A double standard.
Yeah, exactly, double standard.
Double standard. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Habakkuk 1, to go along with what the officer was just bringing out. It's exactly right. That's an excellent point that you bring out, because obviously he is also involved in mixed martial arts.
Right. Yep.
Not only is he hitting a pedestrian or whatever,
right, yes,
he's hitting a woman too.
Yeah.
Right.
He physically abused a woman in the public.
Right.
On
film, though.
On film. In the public, and he is a fighter himself.
Right.
Okay, so read this for us, please. Habakkuk 1 and 4.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Come on.
Therefore, the law is slack.
The law is what?
Slack.
Uh-huh.
And judgment doth never go forth.
It says judgment doth never go forth. Meaning what? Because it's in their power to make the laws. Right. So they're going to make sure that it caters to them.
Right.
And goes against us. Finish that out.
For the wicked doth compass about the righteous.
It says the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Meaning what? They're going to pass us or surround us. Why? Because they're the lawmakers. They got the money.
Right. Yep.
They the one who called all the shots. We got a caller? All right, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your question or your comment?
Shalom. Most High in Christ first.
Hey, Shalom, sis.
I just wanted to say that I am so happy that you guys are taking the time out to bless other people with the word of God, because you just don't know how inspirational you've been to so many people throughout this walk. So I'm just saying, in a time where there's so much chaos and so many distractions, y'all are doing the right thing.
Hey, all praises to the Most High God. Thank you very much for your support and tuning in, sis. Lord's will, you continue to learn and grow in the spirit. And but thank you, sis, for calling in.
That's right.
Thank you. Shalom.
All praise, shalom, sis. Where we was at? Habakkuk, right?
Yes.
Yeah, finish that for me. Read it again from the top.
Therefore, the law is slack.
Come on.
And judgment doth never go forth.
Uh-huh.
For the wicked compass about the righteous.
Read.
Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth.
Right, wrong judgment proceedeth. Hey, go back to the clip. All right, so we got on camera. We got Dana White, the head of the UFC. Can we go back to the clip? Thank you. Okay, UFC, right? He's beating his wife in a club, in the public. Obviously, he should at least been taken in that night, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So
security.
Exactly. But yeah, they already know everybody in there. They trying to see what he doing, because he in VIP. Obviously, that's what it looked like. All right, go to the next article, please. Go to the next one. What we got? Okay, so this is ESPN. All right, it's got a quote from Dana White. So play that clip, please.
Here, please. Here's Dana's apology in part to TMZ. I'm literally making no excuses for this thing at all. It's never happened before. It's the first time it's ever happened.
And that's the thing. He's using his whiteness again, man.
That's it.
Bro, you see how he pop. You know, he knew what he was doing. He's done it before. He's done it before. All right, but they want to use their whiteness. Hey, just say this. Say you've never done it before. Just keep throwing in how long y'all been married. Just keep throwing in that y'all was drinking. That's what they do, bro. Yes,
If you pay attention to his wife, she didn't act like she was shocked. She got hit. She went with the punches and kept going. That was normal for her.
She should have been, the Becky look. She should have been like,
yeah, she didn't do none of that.
She didn't do that.
No, she was fighting back.
Exactly. She put a guard up. She knew what time it was. Time to get the beats.
Hey, he about to swing.
No, he got a ring in here on living room, right?
Oh shit! Sans, you crazy.
Go ahead, sir.
Hey, I know, but go back to the clip with ESPN. Play that.
It's the first time it's ever happened. People are going to say what they're going to say, and it is what it is. Whatever people say is deserved. I deserve it. Now, in a separate interview with TMZ.
Stop. Now, he'll say that. He'll say, whatever you say, I deserve it. But when they talk about prison time, nope.
No.
When it talks about me being suspended from my job, nope. But you can say whatever you want to say about me. Wow. You know what? I deserve it, man. You know, if I'm a bad guy, yeah, I'm a bad guy. But I'm still going to be making my money. I'm going to still be walking around here free. Yeah. That's the double standard. All right, go back.
Ann White said this to say this is out of character for him.
Stephen A. ain't gonna say nothing on him.
Nothing like this has ever happened before.
No.
Though White is the face of the UFC, Stephen A. It is an entity owned by Endeavor. What type of discipline should
you see? He had to get himself together, right? He said, I got to get the serious face. I got to get ready to go ahead and defend the white man. You already know he's finna defend this white man.
Think about his script.
Yeah, exactly. Go back.
Response to that is whatever discipline he should face is the kind of discipline he would impose upon someone he oversees.
You see that thing?
Because that would be consistent with who he is. Now, I will openly confess to you, and I certainly, we shouldn't end this segment without getting your take on this. I will tell you this. Dana White is not just somebody that's connected in the world of sports. He's a friend.
See this?
I love it.
See this thing right here, man?
Come on now.
Making this covenant. Give me that. Isaiah 28:15, man.
Powerful nigga.
Boy, oh boy. Shame on you, Stephen A. Shame on you, Stephen A, man. Read that for me, please.
Coon. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Right, and with hell are we at agreement. That's my friend. Last time I checked, give me Exodus 21:16. Exodus 21:16. It just came to my mind. So I want you to read that. Let's see what it says. Let's see what Exodus 21:16 says.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right, so that's the law on slavery. Last time I checked, friends don't put friends in slavery.
Exactly.
So last time I checked, you saying that the white man is your friend, but that don't make no sense.
Right.
Because in Deuteronomy 28:68, it says, ye shall be sold unto who?
Your enemies.
Yeah, enemies. That's what the scriptures say. That's what the Bible says.
I'm sick of it.
But go back to Isaiah 28. I'm telling you, it just came to my mind. I was just, just had to get it out of there. Isaiah 28:15.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Right, covenant with death, and at hell are we at agreement.
Right.
Give me the one in Isaiah. It's either chapter 7 or verse 8. I forget off the top of my head. But it talks about, joining yourself with them. Okay? Let me look at it. Because y'all looking clueless right now. Let me see. Isaiah chapter... Let me see. 8 and 9, excuse me. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 9. Watch this. Because your man's Stephen A., he wants to make friendship with the enemy. That God says that's your enemy right there.
hell is this?
Read this.
Bring it on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
Associate yourselves, O ye people.
Right, you know, if you call somebody a friend, that's an associate, right?
Yeah.
Right, read that again, please.
Associate yourselves, O ye people.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall be broken in pieces.
And you're going to be broken in pieces, all right? Making a covenant with hell and death, being in agreement with that, bruh, it says hell and death. So meaning what? If you're in an agreement with it, something's coming for you. It's going to be destruction. So, Stephen A., hey, don't take this as an offense or anger or anything like that towards you. Wait, never mind. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. I guess it is anger because I'm sick and tired of seeing brothers like you stick up for the enemy
Bring it up.
and bash our own people.
Right.
So I guess it is anger. Excuse me. Read what you got. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Come on.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Right. Oppression makes a wise man mad. It's even worse when you got your own brothers oppressing you.
Right.
Exodus 5. I did want to go to Exodus 5.
Hey, bring it up.
Give me Exodus 5 and 10.
Bring it out.
Exodus 5 and 10.
The
All
book
right?
of Exodus.
Then we go back to Stephen A.'s response. Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 5 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
And the taskmasters of the people went out.
And wait, speed race it over here. Read that again, please.
And the taskmasters of the people went out.
You see that? And the taskmasters of the people. Taskmasters is our own people, making sure that the white man look good and putting shame on the black people, chastising them. That's it on that?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
And their officers. And they spake to the people, saying, Thus said Pharaoh, I will not give you straw.
Read on.
Go ye, get you straw where you can find it. Yet not all of your work shall be diminished.
Verse 14.
Verse 14. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten.
Were what?
Were beaten.
Were beaten. So think about it. Hey, Dana White, he should be being drugged in the media today.
Right.
All right. But people like Kyrie Irving, and we're going to get to it, our brother Ray Rice.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all remember Ray Rice, but he was the Jake running back for the Baltimore Ravens.
He was probably the best at the time.
Yeah, at the time. No, for real. The brother was good at that time. Was this about almost 10 years ago at this point? About 9-10 years ago. His career was taken from him for doing the same thing as the white man Dana White.
Right.
All right. Hey, do me a favor. I want to drop that. Let's go back to the clip with Stephen A.
Acted in the world of sports. He's a friend.
See that?
I love the guy.
Wow. Foolishness.
Personally. So this is a very hard subject for me. We talk all the time. We certainly connected briefly since this happened. He knew there's no way on earth that I wasn't going to talk about it. My heart goes out to his family because this is a very, very embarrassing situation. He says it has never, ever happened before. He's completely ashamed and utterly disgusted with himself that he finds himself in this situation, that he would ever have done such a thing to a woman he's been married to for 30 years.
See that? They're going to keep putting it out there. Go ahead. Play on.
Mother of his 3 children. And he makes no excuses for it. And I think it's important to point that out. I also think it's important to point out that she
Stop. Why does he think it's so important to point these things out?
Right. And think about this, Cap. Why didn't he? Everything he said and saying it as if it's fact, but he didn't do that with Kyrie.
No.
Kyrie said, I'm not anti-Semitic. He didn't say he anti-Semitic and I believe it. No, he went against Kyrie. I think he should be suspended. He's given a total opposite opinion when it comes to his own people. That's somebody who hates his people.
Exactly. Right. Excellent point. Excellent point. Go back to the article. Oh gosh, where we were. You know what I meant. Come on, play on, IT. Dog. Follow me.
What he asserts, that it's never happened before, that it was completely out of character, and she even pointed to the fact that they were out and they were drinking and all of that other stuff as well.
So why is Stephen A. saying all of this? He's saying that to disregard the acts that he did.
Right.
Just he's been married a long time.
Yep.
He loves his wife. He's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. Yeah, he has kids. He's doing that what? That's that witchcraft, man.
Yeah.
Right. Keep saying these things. Go ahead, Officer Sampson.
And Cal, you remember we did an article on him before. He said he dream and when he wake up, he tried to go in his presser pocket, tried to pull out what
Yeah, he did say that.
He said that.
He said that his goal is to make his boss richer.
Make his boss richer.
So he can get some of that.
Uh-huh.
So he's doing exactly the same thing. The love of money is what the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
So he despise and hate his brother, but the enemy, he go suck up to them to try to get more money so he can build his kingdom on this earth. But the earth gonna perish one day.
Right.
So he gotta know that.
He got to know that thing right there.
That's right.
Can I get one on that right there, quick? No, Cap, go ahead.
All right, go back to the to the video.
I can't get nothing.
In the end, he's not making any excuses. It's certainly not for me nor anybody out there to make an excuse, because particularly within the times that we're living in and with all the things that we've learned and the kind of the inordinate amount of times we've had to address subjects like this, we have to maintain consistency in pointing out, you do not put your hands on a woman if you are a man.
So now he comes back and says, okay, wait, we still agree. We still agree, but don't forget what I said. It's really important that he's married, 26, 30 years. Dang. They was drinking. Think about the kids. But yeah, putting your hands on women. No.
Yes, sir.
Go back. This is calculated, I'm telling you. Wow. Go back.
I do it. Dana White knows that. And
so if he knows that, why'd he do it? Why'd he do it if he knows this? Go back.
All I can say is that, again, he has spoken out against men who put their hands on women before.
Hey, I'm sorry, but what about him giving his wife the beats, the two-piece? That happened. Dana White, he's spoken about this, so he knows it's wrong, but yet he did it anyway. Let's deal with that. Because I know they ain't hold back on our brother Kyrie. And we're going to get to it. We actually going to go back about 10 years ago with Ray Rice. All right, go back. That's why I'm trying to get to it. Go ahead. I keep cutting myself off too, right?
Punishment you would exact under these circumstances to somebody else is what he should apply to himself. But I love him.
I could see him doing something even stricter just because
Horrible.
He's the leader, you know, and he's the leader of men. So just to your point, not just what's enacted to a fighter, but maybe a little stiffer.
Sure.
Because he's the head. I just want to say a couple of things. They talked about being drinking heavily.
Yeah.
When you're under the influence, not shining.
Says it again.
Often people don't make their best decisions. So in that sense, it's a cautionary tale.
Yep.
And in terms of it being an isolated incident, I've known Dana since I was 22. I have the utmost respect for
oh my, bro, this is crazy.
Now he's just a friend.
He's a gentleman and a scholar now. I've known him so long, even though he beat his wife down on New Year's Eve. Oh, that's not him. The hell is this? Go back.
The hell is this?
And I don't judge people by their worst moment. I agree with you on that.
Wow. Hey, stop. But hey, they showing up Judge Ye. They showing up Judge Kyrie. They came crazy against Nick Cannon. And now he's a mockery. Like, you know, they came down heavy on him for his quote unquote, you know, anti-comments. But now they make a mockery of him with the, you know, with the what's that? The children out of wedlock. All right. Do me a favor for the second time. Let's go to the next one, man.
Wow.
All right, read this briefly. Go ahead.
This is NewYorkPost.com. Jamel Hill blasts ex-colleague Stephen A. Smith. ESPN for going easy on Dana White after he slapped White.
Well you should, Sister Hill. As well you should.
That's right.
Just get a round of applause or something.
That's right.
Gosh, dog.
That's right.
I tell you, a rough crowd, man.
Wake up.
Hey, go back. Play that. Read that.
Jamel Hill criticized Stephen A. Smith and her old bosses at ESPN for going soft on UFC president Dana White. Former ESPN personality Jamel Hill criticized ex-colleague Stephen A. Smith and her old bosses at the Disney-owned sports network for going easy on UFC head honcho Dana White after he was recently filmed slapping his wife during a nightclub argument on New Year's Eve in Mexico. Hill, a staff writer for The Atlantic who departed ESPN in 2018, wrote that ESPN's financial ties to UFC have deterred the network from covering the White incident as aggressively.
Time out. I'm sorry. Are y'all following him? Because where are you at? Which paragraph?
The bottom one right here, Cap.
Hill. Okay, I'm sorry, man. Sheesh. All right. Hold on. Stop. I'm sorry. I got to get in the spirit. I guess I couldn't follow. But it says Hill, a staffer writer, The Atlantic. Boom, 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 boom. The network from covering the White incident. All right, scroll down for me. Maybe there's something I'm looking for. White who shares 3K. See, there they go with that garbage. Scroll down. Coverage. Read that, please.
Coverage of the incident, which has overall been pretty soft.
See that? Pretty soft. Yes, pretty soft. They're covering it, but you got to search to find it.
Right.
When it was Kyrie, when it was Ray Rice, it was everywhere.
Right, yeah.
It was everywhere. Go back.
Coverage of the incident, which has overall been pretty soft, Hill wrote, noting that ESPN and the UFC signed a $1.5 billion television contract to air his fight.
There it is. That's why. That's why they're making $1.5 billion.
Right,
So how dare you demonize the man that's bringing in $1.5 billion?
That's heavy, right?
You see that thing right there?
Yes,
Hypocrites.
Yep.
Hey, go to the next. Go to the next clip. Go to the next. All right. Yeah, this is back in 2014, I believe, man. So go ahead and play this. This is a situation with Ray Rice. Same situation. Hit his wife in the elevator.
Right.
Okay? Play this.
Penalty for less. Not just for less.
Is this the timestamp we want to begin at?
Yeah. Meaning, like, without us knowing.
Is this the timestamp we want to begin at?
In light of that reality, I can't sit here and say, Skip, Kerry, that if it were 4 games or 6 games or 8 games, then I could have argued with that either. Because I certainly wouldn't have been here saying, oh, it's too hefty, it's too punitive. I certainly wouldn't have said that. It's just that I'm thinking no history whatsoever of anything like this.
Stop. So he's saying, all right, there ain't nothing. Suspend him for 8 games. Do what you got to do.
Right.
All right. That's not the timestamp that I wanted, but it is what it is. It got to the point, whatever, IT. Go to the next clip, please. Go to the next thing. All right, just showing you his standpoint, because I kind of want to put this down, please. Put this down, please. That was all on Stephen A? Oh, gosh. IT. Okay. Long story short, let me save it. Long story short, Stephen A was going in on, oh gosh. Stephen A was going in on the fact, you know, that it was okay to suspend Ray Rice for all of those years.
Right.
That's what he was going over. Man, are y'all sure that's it? Joshua, are you sure that's all the articles? Because, man, I could have known there was much more.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, somebody talk, man, because y'all messing me up here.
Yes, sir. Real quick. All right, real quick. So with Dana White, so he'll suspend on the fighters for getting in on domestic, on violence, altercations and stuff like that, getting arrested and things like that. But when it happens to him, all right, the black coon of our people comes to his fence. All right, on real quick, give me Proverbs 11. What is it, 21? Yes, sir. Yeah, on Proverbs 11:21. And on a shout out to the reader because his thumbs is feeling good. But read that real quick.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21.
Read.
Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
So, all right, just because you choose to join yourself unto death or the so-called white man, all right, so they're still going to get their punishment. All right, and then Christ come back and find you join with them, you going to get your punishment too. On read.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
But the seed of the righteous will be delivered.
Hey, real quick, they said we found it. Hey, play from that point real quick. Please play that.
Received stiffer penalty for less. Not just for less, but just for what was put out there. Yeah. Meaning, like, without us knowing all the detail. Right. So in light of that reality, I can't sit here and say, Skip, Kerry, that if it were 4 games or 6 games or 8 games, then I could have argued with that either.
Wait, did you play? Did you start it over again, or did you play it from the point?
It's too. It
sounds like the same.
That's the same thing.
Okay, all right, cool. We got the point. Hey, we got to move on for the sake of time, man. We got to move on for the sake of time. Let's go to the next video on the Coon of the Week, please. Pull that up. Yeah, play this foolishness. Actually, read it first. Read it first.
NBA YoungBoy calls fan and offers him a place to stay in his home.
What the hell?
All right, play the clip. This is very weird, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's that younger generation, man. I can't really get with that. We'll spend like 2 minutes on this. Play that clip.
I got you, bro.
Hey, if you don't mind, man, just let me support you. I ain't saying you. Let me support you, my friend.
Support me. I support you all the way, bro.
Hold on. I'm sorry, what's going on? Young brothers, y'all can, what y'all got to say about that?
Yeah, for real.
So that's what it is. Yeah. Grown men say, I just want to support you.
See, I'm old. I'm old.
No.
That's how they doing now, Elijah?
I don't know what they got going on, Cap. It sound like that P. Diddy type stuff. 50 Cent was saying P. Diddy tried to do to people when they come in. He said he tried to take them shopping, some kind of gay stuff he do.
It sound like gambling.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Hey, go back. Finish the clip, man. Finish the clip.
Oh, bruh. If you ever need anything, I got you. Any way I can stay in contact with you, I need to stay in contact with, bro.
Oh,
bro, come on, bro. We got the Xbox, bro. You know Xbox game, bro. Come on.
I want you to pull up to my house.
What? I got you, bro. Anytime, bro. I'm gonna tell him.
Say, bro, do me a favor, bro. I want you to send Excel your ID, and Monday morning, I'm gonna work on getting you approved, bro. That's my word. I'm gonna have you approved Tuesday night. Man,
For
get
real?
to me, man. Hey, get to me, my nigga. Say how long.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. So that sound like a hookup. I'll let somebody bring something out if you want to touch that real quick. Don't nobody want to touch that?
They need to repent. That's all I got to say. They need to repent. Because we supposed to teach our sons and daughters what the laws of the Most High God.
I don't think they was going over no laws.
No laws. See, that's it.
Hey, they what it say in Isaiah 3? Their countenance is a witness against them.
Right.
Bro, I don't care. Ain't no way that you can explain to me that conversation was okay.
Right.
That's not all right. Go to the last one in Coon of the Week before we get into the topic of the day, please.
Fredo Bain welcomes newborn child with lesbian couple.
Oh.
What the
Okay.
hell?
Who is Fredo? Who is that? What does he do?
I have no idea.
What does Fredo Bang do? Anybody know? He's a rapper? What song he got?
Fredo.
Okay. Jay, who know? Dead Man Brazy?
What the
Okay.
hell?
All right. So Fredo Bangs is a father of two, welcoming a child with a lesbian couple. Read that, please. Very confusing. Because lesbians, last time I checked, they like to box. If you understand what I'm saying, they like to box. They don't like to fence.
Oh.
Does that make? No, that's all right. Stay right there. Read that.
Fredo Bang is the father of two after allegedly welcomed children with a lesbian couple. The Baton Rouge rapper unveiled adorable photos of his two children on Instagram this week, as many fans congratulated him on fatherhood. Many were undoubtedly curious about the child's mother. Internet sleuths quickly began digging and discovered that a lesbian couple with a massive online following had been sharing photos of the same children on their IG profile.
All right, so there's a picture of the children. So Mordecai, let me see if I'm getting this right. So there's speculation. They're saying it's artificial insemination or he just laid with both of them, right? We don't really know the true story. Right, so that's what's going on. But let's get some laws for the lost people out there today. Let's go to the book of Leviticus 18, man.
Bring it out.
All right, Leviticus 18. Give me verse 18 first. Watch this. So, hey, that's out of order if he's having these threesomes with them. Right. And another thing, obviously, lesbians don't like men, right? That's what they say, right?
That's what they say, right?
It's just showing you it's nothing but confusion in America today, man. You got lesbians having children by men. What the hell is this?
Come and look at this.
All right, but read what you got, please.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
Neither shall they take a wife to her sister to vex her.
Right, it says you shouldn't take a wife to her sister. So this is two women, a man and two women. That's called what? Threesome, menage a trois. Scripture says do not do that. Is that it on that?
No, sir.
Read on.
To uncover her nakedness.
Come on.
Beside the other in her lifetime.
Right, never do that. You should never be involved in that. And a lot of our people don't know that.
Right.
Are these mainstream rappers, you know what they say in their lyrics? Apparently, they don't understand this law. Jump down to verse 22.
Verse 22.
Talking about the so-called lesbian couple. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind, as with womankind.
Men should not lie with men. Women shall not lay with women.
Right.
Read.
It is an abomination.
God hates that thing. Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto.
And that's going into bestiality. But watch this. Here's the point.
It is confusion.
It is what?
Confusion.
So when you do these things, when you're having threesomes, when you're having menage a trois, homosexuals laying together, God calls all of that confusion.
Yes, that's right.
That's confusion right there. And guess what? apparently he's a famous person to the youth. He be held accountable for that thing.
Right.
Okay. Hey, do me a favor. We finna drop Coon of the Week. I want to get into today's topic of the day. All right. I'm actually excited about this topic right here. Any day now. Okay.
Topic of the day: America's propaganda and the brainwashing of the masses.
All right, America's propaganda and the brainwashing of the masses. Hey, do me a favor. Check topics. I created a few on demand, so get those ready for me, please. But before we jump into it, I want to start at Genesis, the 41st chapter, real quick. All right, because this is what America is known for. They're known for, like we read earlier and went over earlier, their media. All right, what do? They say something enough times to do what? To play with your mind, to play with your psyche. All right, to get you rolling in a certain way. Give me first Ezra 5 and 73. And then we'll get to Genesis 41. Okay, I want to show you that real quick. All right, read that for me, please.
The book of 1 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 73.
Mm-hmm.
And by their secret plots.
And by their what?
Secret plots.
By their secret plots, the things that are done behind closed doors. But they get on live TV and make it look like it's something natural. Right. You understand? Read that again.
And by their secret plot.
Watch this.
And popular persuasions.
And popular persuasions. Popular persuasions. What is that? That's the newspaper. That's the movies. That's the news. Okay? That's the social media. All right? By their popular persuasions. Go ahead.
And commotions.
Uh-huh.
They hindered the finishing of the building.
Right. Meaning what? All of that is nothing but a distraction against the people of the Lord.
That's right.
Okay? Like I say in Timothy, hey, if you're a good soldier, you're not going to entangle yourself with the affairs of this life. That's right. All right. The scripture says, come out of Babylon. All right. So, Lord's will you get something from this topic today. But give me that in Genesis 41. And I want you to start at verse 5.
The book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 5.
Well, watch this.
And he slept and dreamed the second time.
Uh-huh.
And behold, 7 ears of corn came up upon one stalk, rank and good. And behold, 7 thin ears, and blasted with the east wind, sprung up after them. And the 7 thin ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears.
So what's going on right here? We got Pharaoh. Pharaoh's having a dream, all right? And these are the intricate details of the dream that he had. Okay, go ahead.
And Pharaoh awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled. And he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt.
All the what?
Magicians of Egypt.
Right. So he had a dream. Something was troubling his spirit. And he called for all the magicians of Egypt. Read on.
And all the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them his dream.
Read.
But there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh.
All right. So this is what we got to take out of this right here. Pharaoh, obviously, he's the king of Egypt. He would be the equivalent to the president of the United States today. Right. Because Egypt, they were the greatest nation at that time.
Right.
All right. But when he had an issue or a problem that he couldn't fix, he counseled with magicians. Right. See that, right? He counseled with magicians. All right, keep that thing in mind, brothers and sisters. Exodus 7. All right, let me get that with you as well. Let's get the book of Exodus chapter 7. And I think I want verse 8. Verse 8.
The book of Exodus, chapter 7 and verse 8.
Come on.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, When Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, Show a miracle for you. Then thou shalt say unto Aaron, Take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent.
Right. So the Most High, he sent Moses and his brother Aaron to speak before Pharaoh to do what? To ask for our pardon, to let us leave Egypt, to get out of bondage. So he said, hey, don't worry. All right, I'm gonna be with you to perform these miracles. All right, go ahead.
And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers.
He said the wise men and who?
The sorcerers.
Read.
Now the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantment.
Right, so this is what we're saying. It's a common theme. Understand that Egypt, it rose to power through witchcraft. Right. Understand that thing. That's how Egypt was ran. That's the counselors that it had. Give me, was it Ephesians 6 and 10 and Revelations 11 and 8. Ephesians 6, 10 and Revelations 11 and 8. Hey, so don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if your everyday life, everything that you do is inspired or was discussed in closed doors by the sorcerers,
Right.
by the magicians,
Right.
and their astrologers and soothsayers. Don't be surprised at that, because that's exactly what's taking place in the earth. You wonder why you think the way you think. You wonder why you pursue the things that you pursue, why you have a lust for this and that, because this was a well thought out plan by the powers that be.
Right.
But what are we showing? We're showing you the Bible right here.
Right.
All right, read what you got, please.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of
you know the one I want.
Verse 12.
Come on.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Right, the rulers of the darkness of this world. We read about it, the magicians, the sorcerers, showing you what? Who's the most powerful country on the face of the earth? It's the United States of America.
That's right.
And guess what? Just like powerful countries and nations before them, they're doing the exact same thing. Revelations 11. Read that for me, please.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8.
Come on.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom.
Spiritually is called Sodom.
In Egypt.
And Egypt. So spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Now do me a favor, because America is also called by another name. Give me Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Daniel chapter 2, and I want you to give me verse 1 and 2. All right, read that for me, please.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
And in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians, and the astrologers, and the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans.
The Chaldeans, those would be the wise men. That's the quote-unquote upper echelon of Babylon. All right, read on.
For to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream.
So what did he do? When he had an issue again, here, this is another king. This is the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. He called on who? The sorcerers, the magicians. Same thing, Revelations 13 and 2, please. Revelations chapter 13, verse 2. All right, showing you what? America has these same, the same ways, okay? But we're going to dive into it a little bit deeper today. All right, but read this for me, please.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 2.
Come on.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. And his feet were
the beast is United States of America.
That's right.
This is that beast that is speaking of. So when it says the beast was like a leopard, meaning what? It would encompass and have the same traits as Greece. Okay, go ahead.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
As a bear, that's the Persian Mede Empire. Go ahead. That means what? Having all nations under the same umbrella.
Right.
This is called the Great Melting Pot. Go ahead.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
The mouth as a mouth of a who?
Lion.
Who's that lion right there? That is Babylon. Okay, that's Babylon right there. So showing you what? America is Egypt. America is Babylon. Egypt was ran by what? Astrologers, sorcerers, magicians. Babylon was ran off of the same thing. So do me a favor, play that first clip for me, dealing with America's media. Okay, watch this. Play this first clip.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility
is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about troubling and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control.
So what do you see? You see all of these different news stations, right? Media, all of these different news stations out here at different times, all right? Different compensation levels, but at the end of the day, if they're going to be on that box, they're all going to be speaking what the powers that be say they're going to speak. All right? And understand, this is the same thing that Egypt was doing. It's the same thing that Babylon was doing. Now, did y'all get that that definition, not the definition, but the origin of media. Did y'all get that? I put it in the on-demand. I asked y'all to load that up before we begin, so I really hope y'all have that. Oh, gosh. What is media? What is the media? Macmillan Dictionary blog.
Right.
All right, I need it now, man. Come on, y'all. Pull that up for me, please.
Come on now, dog.
Pull that up. I want to get into it. We press for time, y'all. All right, it's in the topics. You see it, right? No. I said, what is the media? Macmillan Dictionary blog. I posted that thing at 6.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. There it is. Thank you very much. All right, so it says word of the day, media. Scroll down for me, please. All right, so when it says origin and usage, actually blow this up a little bit. I want you to read the definition, then the origin. All right, read definition first, please.
Definition: radio, television, newspapers, the internet, and magazines, considered as a group, can be followed by a singular or plural verb.
Right, so when we think about media, that's what we think about: the radio, television, newspapers. Now watch this.
Origin and usage. The word media is a plural form of the Latin word medium.
It says media comes from the Latin word medium.
Damn.
Read.
Meaning middle ground or intermediate. Its usage as a word to describe newspapers, radio, and other sources of information likely derives from the term mass media.
Mass media, go ahead.
Which was a technical term used in the advertising industry from the 1920s on.
Now, give me the one you pulled up before, Merriam-Webster. Give me that, please. All right, you got it? Okay.
This is Merriam-Webster, definition of medium. Something in a middle position.
Now, do me a favor, scroll down to the bottom. Scroll, stop. Scroll down. No, scroll back up, excuse me, scroll back up. Read B, read B, 4B.
Definition B, media, plural. Digital audio or video files available for playback or streaming.
Now scroll down and read D.
Plural mediums. An individual held to be a channel of communication.
An individual held to be a channel of communication, read.
Between the earthly world and a world of spirit.
Between what?
The earthly world and a world of spirit.
Between the earthly world and the world of spirits. So understand the media that we see on the day-to-day. Understand there's a spirit behind that thing, and it's what? Right. Evil spirits are controlling the way you think and the way you process information. Right. Now, give me the second video. So now you know what media means. Now you know what it means. Play that.
And so they are believable by most people. And it is these institutions, media, academia, government, that create this fictional construct in your mind, which we could call the matrix. And you are living in this matrix psychologically, and you think it's real. You think that all of these things that are being reported on CNN are actually happening in the world the way that they're being depicted on CNN. What you don't realize is that it's all theater. It's all theater. The TSA is called security theater because the TSA adds virtually nothing to your actual security. Government. Most of what the federal government does is pure theater. In fact, they make things worse. If they got out of the way and stopped their activities, we wouldn't have ISIS, for example. We wouldn't have international war. We wouldn't have race war.
I'll stop him there because Mosai said he's a god of war. Yeah. So, but y'all understand what he's trying to get the point across to you. So understand, brothers and sisters, the media that you watch, that television, that box in your living room, that laptop, that cellular device, it's programming you as soon as you turn that thing on. And understand that these things were thought out. Who has ever been on Facebook or Instagram, and then the next thing you know, you was just talking about buying some sneakers and now it pop up.
Now some sneakers up there, yes sir.
So understand what we're up against. Understand what we're up against. Do me a favor. Now, we've noticed, give me that quote from that Edomite. I forget his name every time. Give me the quote. You got it? Put that up for me. Read that.
If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it.
Right. This is part of that witchcraft, the sorcery right here. So what do they keep doing? They keep putting things out in the media to the point where what subconsciously you heard it so many times
that you start to. Yeah.
Now you start to do it. Now you start to believe it as fact.
Yep.
Now check this out. We talked about it earlier with the situation with Demar Hamlin. All right. Now they take a tragic event, right? But they figure out a way to spin it to ruin our cause. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. Go to the next video. Watch this.
Lots of people to tell you they love you. You're about to see it. And we want you to feel like you're right here inside this stadium with us.
So this is the Buffalo Bills, their entrance onto the field, and they have flags that have
Thousands
number 3.
of people to tell you,
you can pause it.
they
Flags
love
for
you.
number 3, Demar Hamlin, right? So that's okay. I get it. That's their teammate, right? All right, go to the next clip. So this is the Las Vegas Raiders. Play that.
Throughout this week, the entire NFL family has been praying for Demar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills as he continues his recovery. And we thank the first responders and medical professionals involved in his care. At this time, the Raiders ask everyone to join us in a moment of support and love for Demar and cheer for him and his family as they continue their fight.
All right, so you got the Oakland Raiders doing it. All right, go to the next clip. Go to the next clip. Play that.
Football gave me everything. You know, and I think even through the midst of absolute tragedy last night, I think you saw some of the beauty of football as well, that it's brought us all here together.
So you got Dan Orlovsky or something like that, an ESPN analyst. Look at him. He's trying to get some tears. You see him.
Trying to think about something.
Uh-huh.
You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you.
Hey, play that.
I've heard it all day, like thoughts and prayers. And you just heard Scherf and Jonathan Allen say, like, all we can do is pray for him. And I've heard the Buffalo Bills organization say that we believe in prayer. And maybe this is not the right thing to do, but it's just on my heart that I want to pray for Demar Hamlin right now. I'm going to do it out loud. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to bow my head, and I'm just going to
Oh, my goodness. So just like we saw earlier, what you had, all the different news stations saying the same thing. Same thing. Bro, I'm telling you.
Every day.
I'm telling you, it's scripted. Yes. This is well thought out. And I ain't a conspiracy theorist. But I'll say this. Don't be surprised if these occurrences ain't well thought out before they even take place.
Right.
I'll just say that.
Bring it out.
It is what it is.
You're gonna learn today.
Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Play that.
The game, you haven't seen this yet, but Demar Hamlin posted on social media thanking everybody for the support. How would you describe what today means to all of you, just knowing that you've been playing for him and celebrating what he's been able to get through?
Yeah, I mean,
So
this week,
you don't think that she was told to say that?
Yep.
Right.
Obviously she was told to say that. Play that. Play on.
it's been hard for a lot of guys, but to have him being able to talk and being able to be with his family, it gave us that motivation that we can come out here and still enjoy this game that we all love, and hopefully he can continue to get better and better, and know that we're all still praying for him. We all sending love to him, and hopefully he's back on the field sooner rather than later.
All right. So let's go to I guess Demar's tweets lately. Let's go to those next two photos. So read that for me, please.
Headed home to Buffalo today with a lot of love on my heart. Watching the world come together around me on Sunday was truly an amazing feeling. The same love you all have shown me is the same love that I plan to put back into the world and more, bigger than football.
Okay. Now let's go to the next tweet.
The love is felt and extremely real, no matter race or religion. Everybody coming together in prayer.
Come on now, dog.
Now it says you got two NFL teams coming together. They put this tweet, no matter what race or religion. Now that sounds like they're trying to push an agenda right there.
There you go. Right. Yep.
So brothers and sisters, I'm going to let you know. Give me that one controversy of Zion, Isaiah.
Bring it out.
I'm going to let you know something. All of this stuff, all of these are strategic efforts, thought out plans to attack the Israelites.
Exactly.
All right, was that Isaiah 32 or 34 and 8? 34 and 8. Read that, please.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and verse 8.
Because this is going into the nations warring, but I want to let you know that not just the nations warring, the World War III is about Israel. No. Everything is about the nation of Israel.
Right.
I want y'all to understand that.
Right.
Read this, verse 8.
For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
Come on.
In the year of recompenses. For the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of Zion. And what are they trying to do? They're trying, what we went over a few weeks ago, the one world religion.
Yep.
That's what they're pushing for. That's why he said all races, all religions can come together under love. That's what they're pushing out there. Now, go to the next article about universalism. I said I'd touch on it briefly, and that's what we're going to do. Very briefly. All right, read that title.
An argument for Christian universalism, why I don't believe in an eternal hell.
Now, there's a point I want you to jump straight to. You know where it's at? All right, Joshua, help him out, man. Actually, it's right there, today. Scroll down. Right there, today I believe. Now, watch this, y'all.
Today I believe that one may have a biblical Christian faith while rejecting the idea that anyone was...
Hold on, not so fast. Just slow down for me, please. Read that again.
Today, I believe that one may have a biblical Christian faith while rejecting the idea that anyone would spend an eternity in hell.
Remember I said earlier they got that God-optional church?
Yes, sir.
Right. This is something they're trying to unify everybody, meaning it don't matter what you believe. You can still come together under love. All right? And understand this thing with Demar Hamlin, bruh. Don't think that this is ironic and they want to get you on your emotions.
Right. Yep.
All right? And they understand that thing right there.
And you know
all right?
that's right.
Go back. Read that again from the top.
Today, I believe that one may have a biblical Christian faith while rejecting the idea that anyone would spend an eternity in hell. This is not to say that no one will be punished after death, but that this punishment is temporary and remedial for the person.
Remedial means like, you get to sent to prison for a few months for shoplifting, and then you let back out like to correct it. So they're saying they saying that the eternal flames, eternal last time I checked means forever.
Right.
Right? So they're saying like, God wouldn't do that to you forever.
You better read your Bible.
All right, go back.
Read your Bible.
Uh-huh.
This is not to say that no one will be punished after death, but that this punishment is temporary and remedial for the person's own good. Christian universalism is the belief that through Christ, God will eventually bring all people into a relationship with himself.
Read that part again.
Christian universalism is the belief that through Christ, God will eventually bring all people into a relationship with himself.
Right. And that's what the Christian church is about. Remember, Catholic, that means universal, all inclusive. All right, so that's what they've been pushing this whole time. But it's funny. It's funny because last time I checked, when it comes to us, they not all inviting.
Nope.
Right. So understand what the agenda really is. It's just to keep us away from waking up.
That's right.
That's what we got to see. You had something?
Yeah, I was finna say, even with the football unity that they're pushing, let's not go to sleep because just a few years ago, they showed you the unity when Colin Kaepernick tried to stand up for unity.
Right.
They showed you where they stand over there. And anybody else that stood up, the NFL, them same people who pushing that agenda was going against that unity and saying if anybody took a knee, they were going to basically, did they ever let Kaepernick come back? No, they didn't. And they're showing you that this is all toward that agenda. And to go with this church thing, give me Romans 3:3. See, God don't care what you believe. God don't care what you think. Yeah. God put his word out there, and that's what's going to happen. Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 3.
Read.
For what if some did not believe?
So I don't believe that hell is going to burn. No, let's see what God said. Read it again.
For what if some did not believe?
So because you don't believe, let's see if that's going to change anything. Read.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
God said there's a hell and it's going to burn forever. Should your non-belief change anything? Read.
God forbid.
God is telling you it don't matter what you believe. You're going to be, fumes for the fire when God burn it.
Hey, real quick. Let's drop that, man. Let's get into the rundown. We got Officer David, we got Officer Sampson, Officer Elijah on the panel today. Hey, let's get into it, y'all.
All praise.
That's all right.
Topic 1. Worldwide crisis.
Worldwide crisis. Let's get into it, man. All flights are grounded. What we got?
Damn.
Wow. This is CNNnews.com. Flights delayed across the U.S. after FAA system outage.
All right, scroll down for me. So they said it was a huge FAA system outage. All the flights in the whole country was grounded. meaning you had airports filled with angry customers,
Right.
you know, local hotels, what have you. But just showing you, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Like when I see stuff like this, first thing that comes to my mind is like practice run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Practice
sir.
run. Let's see how everybody would act if we just shut down the whole flight system for a day. Let's see what would happen.
Right.
Maybe I got a little conspiracy theories on me, but I'm probably telling the truth though. All right, but go back to the article. Read some of that for me, please.
The Federal Aviation Administration has lifted a ground stop at issue Wednesday morning, following an outage to a system that provides pilots with notices they need before flying. Normal operations are resuming, but delays from the ground stop created over 10,000 flight delays.
Over 10,000 flight delays. Hey, and then it says 1,300 cancellations. For those who travel, man, bruh, that's crazy right there.
Yes. Right.
That's like, I forget the movie. Try to see, hey, those who are watching, see if you can remember, but I remember somebody, they were trying to flee. They was in an airport, but all of the flights just start showing up canceled. I forget the name of that movie, but that's what I see in my mind right now. But go to the map, just so y'all can get a visual. It said 10,000 flights canceled, 10,000 delays, 13,000 flights canceled. That's what it looked like right there, all over the United States. Okay? That's what they're saying right there. All over the United States, that's your picture right there. All right? So go back to the article for me, please. Come on. Scroll down a little bit. All right, read that, please.
Approximately 10,103 flights within, into or out of
read that again, please.
Approximately 10,103 flights within, into or out of the United States have been delayed, and 1,343 have been canceled as of 9:20 p.m. Eastern Wednesday, according to the flight tracking website FlightAware.
Mm-hmm.
The Federal Aviation Administration said Wednesday night it is working diligently to further pinpoint the causes of this issue behind the widespread cancellations and delays.
Hey, real quick, man. Was that a caller? What we got? No? Okay. Give me 2nd Ezra 15. Then what was that? You know what I want. 2nd Ezra 15 and was it 17? Yeah, read that for me, please.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right, and shall not be able, read.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Mm-hmm.
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
And what?
And men shall be afraid.
It says, and men shall be afraid. I'm telling you, you know, they wanted to see how they can control the chaos. I'm telling you, this is a practice run. I'm telling you. This is a practice run because there will be a time where you ain't going to be able to catch no flight. You ain't going to be able to catch no ferry, nowhere.
Better said.
All right, but they're going to be ready for that thing to know exactly how the people are going to react. All right, give me 2nd Ezra 16. So with this being said, we have to understand that, guess what? 2nd Ezra 16, 37, and 38, excuse me. We got to understand, hey, we got to get ready. All right, as they prepare for civil unrest and chaos, we got to prepare our spirits.
That's
all right? Read this for me, please.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 37.
Come on.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh.
Meaning what? They're getting closer to where this is going to be, you know, the reality, you know. As we get closer to it, just like contractions, sometimes you got really, really, really bad contractions,
right.
and then things lighten up. So that's exactly how these plagues is about to be. We had on COVID-19, you would have thought,
right.
Hey, make sure y'all bleep that out. I don't want them flagging us. You would have thought that was the end of the world right there, the way that the world was. But now look, gas prices don't came down. But then look at egg prices. Look at, mayonnaise costs $7.
Wow.
Mayonnaise costs $7.
Mayonnaise?
Bro, mayonnaise is delicious. I'm not having this debate with you online, bro.
Who eats mayonnaise?
Man, you better, what are you talking about? Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip.
Trash.
Oh, you eat Miracle Whip?
Hey, on the family, on the chime in, who eats mayonnaise?
All right. I eat Kraft. Man, that's the best mayonnaise out there in the stores, bro. But aside from that, ain't dealing with David today. Get back to the script. Read 37 and 38. Watch this, y'all.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 37.
Go ahead.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Come on.
As when a woman with child in the 9th month.
Right, the same way. Like a woman with child in the 9th month. Go ahead.
Bringing forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, Great pains compass her womb.
Right. Great pains compass her womb. It's intense. All right. And then what? Before that, they got the Braxton Hicks, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I remember when my wife first told me about Braxton Hicks, I looked at her like she was crazy. I said, who the hell is Braxton? She said, I'm having a Braxton Hicks. I'm like, no, the hell you not. Who the hell is Braxton?
I ain't named my baby Braxton. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, man. I'm serious, though. I was like, bro, like, be quiet, bro. The hell you talking about? Braxton Hicks. The hell is
This
this?
ain't Jamie Foxx.
Finish, read 38 again.
As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth.
Come on.
Great pains compass her womb.
Read. These are the contractions. Come on.
Which pains, when a child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Meaning what? Hey, obviously the return of Messiah is near because we see these plagues increasing. Right. You can bet your bottom dollar that he gonna come back.
Right.
So as we see these times approaching, we gotta get ourselves right. What you got on that?
That's right. Give me Job 5:20. Just like you said, Kel, we got to prepare our soul. And once we prepare our soul, then we have what? A protection. What protect us? The laws and statutes of the Most High God.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's going to redeem us, the Most High. Let's read.
And you know that's
The
right.
book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 20. And famine, he shall redeem thee from death.
He shall redeem you from death because come famine, just like the food prices going up. Eggs cost about $9 or $10. And guess what? Most of our people, we live, 9 to 5. Some of
Better said.
They give us these jobs to do what? To destroy us, read?
And in war, from the power of the sword.
Right, from the power of the sword. That's going into Esau them. The other nation, they're going to try to come against us. Why? Because we transgress against law, God's laws and statutes and commandments. So we got to come back to the true nation of this Bible.
Got to come back to the true nature.
Right.
You got to come back. Hey, real quick,
know that's
let's
right.
get to the Cuban refugees. So this happened in South Florida the last few days. All right. Yeah. Read that for me, please.
Florida activates National Guard as Cuban arrivals seek refuge.
Right. So we got our brothers and sisters from the tribe of Manasseh. All right, trying to seek refuge, man. Our people are catching hell down there. But that's the thing. That's how you know that this is Babylon the Great.
Right.
Give me Revelation real quick.
Bring it out.
Give me Revelation real quick.
Bring it out.
I know there's one in 17, and I think, 19? Let me hear that. I think.
You don't have a 19.
There's no 19? What about 18? Is that it? Am I misfiring right now? That's it? All right, read it for me, please.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Read.
And after these things, I saw an angel. I saw another angel come down from heaven.
Nah, that was it. But I do want another one. Go to chapter 18. Revelation chapter 18, verse 23. This is the point I wanted because all nations believe that this is that great city. This is the great escape. You come to America, all your problems go away. Hell to the no.
Nah, sir.
Your problems just got worse.
That's right.
Because the thing about it, you think you're in a better situation. That's what America has been able to do. They deceived everybody to think that everything's sweet, everything is peaceful.
Yep.
All right, but this is really what it is. Verse 23, watch this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 23.
And they did it by witchcraft. Read this.
They did.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Come on.
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth.
For
by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
See that? By thy sorceries, all nations have been deceived. That's why our brothers and sisters are trying to seek refuge up here. Don't get it twisted. It's not good in South America. That's why they're trying to come up here. But a lot of our people on the islands, when we go visit, they really be feeling like America is that place that you want to be at. You understand? But little do our people really know how we're treated here.
You're going to learn today.
You understand? It's at least, like in a place like, I know I've been to Jamaica. They got like Moab that live in the mountains, things like that. But for the most part, you never been to Jamaica?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I was making sure. Sorry. I've been to Jamaica about 4 times, and I'm not even Benjamin. What was I about to say? Our people in Jamaica, at least when you walk down the street, you see nothing but your people everywhere.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Here, it's some areas, but like all throughout the country, it's like that.
Yes,
that's a beautiful thing. You may not have the resources, but bruh, your neighbor is really your neighbor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Officer Elijah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to, like, according to this article, Cap, we actually got to teach our people, the 12 tribes, we got to actually learn how to come together. As America's not going to welcome you. America, and once you get here, they're going to oppress you even more than where you probably were. What we got to teach our people, like even over in Haiti and Dominica, they're warring against each other. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. Our people got to learn how to come together in these times right now and start keeping God's commandments, and that's how we're going to withstand all of these things that's happening before us. Our people should not be fighting against each other, but that's what has been taught to us. Read that.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Read.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
All other nations that's not from one of these Israelite places, they get welcome to America. They get amnesty.
Like Afghanistan, refugees.
They get
bring it
welcome.
out.
But they make sure anybody coming from a place where Israelites reside, they're going to be caught at the gate and try to stop them from coming in.
Hey, it's funny you say that. Let's go back to the article real quick for the sake of time. Go to the next. I think there's an article right after this. Yes, read that for me, please.
U.S. rights groups slam Biden's unacceptable asylum restrictions.
Scroll down. Read that.
Migration rights advocates in the United States have condemned the Biden administration's new border restrictions for asylum seekers, saying the expansion of a contentious expulsion policy puts people's lives in danger.
Right. So the asylum, they seek, they come here to seek safety.
Right.
All right. And seek refuge from the countries that they come from. So there's a new order that Biden came up with. Go back to the article, please. Read that. U.S. President Joe Biden.
U.S. President Joe Biden unveiled the new measures on Thursday, including the forced return to Mexico each month.
The forced return. So if they catch you coming across the border, they're going to make you go back to Mexico.
Right.
So after you dodge like the cartels, after you dodge like all the other stuff that you had to get through, some people,
the border patrol.
Right, border patrol. A lot of our people don't even make it through the waters, the bodies of water.
Right, yep.
They be in the sea for like days at a time. Damn. Boats be turning over and all of that. So after they done all of that just to get to America, they got to be turned right back around and go right. Then you got to go to Mexico.
Wow.
And now you got to deal with the people in Mexico. Wow. All right. So go back to the clip. Not the clip, but the article. Read that where it says including the forced return.
Including the forced return to Mexico each month of as many as 30,000 migrants and refugees from Cuba, Nicaragua, Haiti, and Venezuela, who come to the U.S. southern border in search of protection.
Right. He say 30,000. Wow. 30,000. They turning them back around and sending our brothers of the Northern Kingdom back to Mexico. We'll take a caller. We'll take a caller real quick. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your question or your comment?
Yes, I was just calling to say I'm from Miami. As you all speaking, we had our Levite brothers and sisters that just came in today on the coast of Miami.
All praise. Hey, obviously, man, this is Bible prophecy, just like what it say in Malachi. They our brothers and sisters down in Haiti, they seeking that refuge too. Because God said that would be basis amongst all kingdoms. Right. So they're coming to what the what everybody sees as the greatest kingdom on the face of the earth. And it is, according to the Bible, and we see it. This is the richest country on the face of the earth. Right. So we're seeing just like the brother called in, he's seeing it. He's down there right now. Right. He's seeing the brothers and sisters get off of the boats. All right, so this is taking place. All right, let's drop that. Let's get to inflation real quick. I know we're going to go over a little. We may not get to topic 3, but that's all right.
That's all right.
Okay. All right, watch this. So in the U.S., hold on. Was that some ground beef for the 20?
1999.
Bruh.
That's a small pack, too.
Exactly. Shady Brook Farms got the devil on it, man.
You know Judah ain't paying that.
$9 for some. I told y'all about them $10 eggs. I told you.
That was a 12 pack too, Cap.
I told you.
The hell is this?
I think they call it a dozen. I think. All right. So yeah, you see inflation is on the rise. That's in what? That's in New York, United States of America, right?
Right.
Go to the next clip. All right, we see inflation on the rise in the U.S. Where's this at? Egypt. Read that.
This is AlJazeera.com.
Go ahead.
President warns of difficult times as inflation rises in Egypt.
As inflation rises in Egypt.
Every day.
Okay, read some of that.
Egypt continues to battle surging inflation amid a dramatic slide of its currency. As many Egyptians struggle with price hikes, the country's statistics bureau has said.
Right. So we're seeing these plagues take place everywhere. Everybody going to feel it. You know, go to Jeremiah 51 because there's a doctrine out there. I know when I came in, it was really, really big about how you had to flee America. That's one of the dumbest doctrines ever. Because what are you fleeing? Don't matter where you at, the plagues is going to catch up to you.
Exactly.
All right, give me that.
You know that's right.
Let's go to Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, and give me verse 6, is it? Jeremiah 51 and 6.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 6.
Watch this.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon. And deliver every man his soul.
Right, it say, deliver every man his soul. We got to flee out of the ways, the wickedness of Babylon. Not talking about physically. It's not talking about that. Because you catching inflation in New York, you're going to catch inflation in Egypt.
Exactly.
Right.
All right, finish that.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
So when America go down, make sure you're not going down with her. Meaning what? In the midst of sin. Go ahead.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
All right, now go to the next article. Let's go to the next one. We got America. We got Egypt. All right, read that.
Inflation making lives difficult for people in the Philippines.
In the Philippines. All right, let's scroll down and read some of that, please.
The Philippines is in the middle of battling record inflation, something which President Fernando Marcos Jr. said is out of control.
Out of control. Officers, what y'all got on this, man? Inflation everywhere.
As we watch inflation, we know that's basically going into famine, shortages of food. And a lot of people don't realize, Cap, that famine is a spirit. Give me that in Sirach chapter 39, verse 28, so we can understand. This is of God. A lot of people like to think that God's going to change his plan because they complain about it. No, this is prophesied to happen. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28.
Read.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
So when God get mad at us for doing something he told us not to do, he got vengeance, and he used spirits to carry out that vengeance. Read.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Read.
In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Read.
Fire and hail and famine.
And what?
And famine.
So when you see these shortages, God sent this plague here, so we understand that God is punishing us for not following what he said. When you're celebrating Christmas and every other thing that the world teaches you to do, LGBT and everything that goes against the word of God, that's why God is sending these plagues, these famines, and these great sights around the world.
Now don't forget. Yeah, go ahead, officer.
Hey, on the real quick, so we got to understand that God is a just God, and he's a just God of, all right, weights and balances. Like, all right, God is a fair God. All right, give me Proverbs on the 16 and 11 real quick. All right, because when you, all right, one day selling eggs for $5 and then the next day selling eggs for $10, bro, you wicked as hell. All right.
You know that's right.
All right, inflation and all this stuff is going up just because you facing some problems. Hey, that ain't of the Lord. I'm gonna read that real quick.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work.
Right, read it again.
A just weight and balance are the Lord's.
All right, a just weight and balance is of the Lord. All right, if a carton of eggs is supposed to be $5, all right, and that is righteous, you supposed to keep them like that. Once you go up, okay, I'm gonna take them up to $10, $11. Now on you going into wickedness. You trying to get over on the people. And that's what we see happening. All right. And those are the signs of on the decadence as well.
Right.
All right. On the country is falling before our eyes. So they just trying to keep it moving in a certain way.
And what's going to come after this? They are in charge of the IMF.
Yep. Right.
Okay. And eventually, guess what's going to happen? The dollar's going to crash. All of these different currencies are going to crash, and here comes the digital currency.
There you go. Yes, sir.
All right. So don't think for one second that America does not have money. They are the most wealthiest country according to the Bible. So I'm going with that.
Bring it out.
I'm going with that. Just like the officer's saying. Yes, it's wicked as hell. Real quick, let's go to global starvation. Global starvation. Read that.
Russia's war on Ukraine worsens global starvation.
So the war, Ukraine and Russia says it's worsening. Let's see why. Read that.
Istanbul. Hulking ships carrying Ukrainian wheat and other grains are backed up along the Bosporus here in Istanbul as they await inspections before moving on to ports around the world. The number of ships sailing through this narrow strait, which connects Black Sea ports to wider waters, plummeted when Russia invaded Ukraine 10 months ago and imposed a naval blockade. Under diplomatic pressure, Moscow has begun allowing some vessels to pass, but it continues to restrict most shipments from Ukraine, which together with Russia once exported a quarter of the world's wheat.
A whole quarter of the whole world's wheat. Right. All right, so understand what's taking place. Just like I think Officer Sampson bring out about the famine, about the sword. Right. All right, all of these things go hand in hand as we get closer to the day of the Lord. All these things will be taking place. These are the plagues as we get closer. These are the birth pains right here.
Yes, sir.
World Recession. Let's read that one.
Global economy perilously close to a recession. World Bank.
Scroll down.
The global economy will come perilously close to a recession this year, led by weaker growth in all the world's top economies. The United States, Europe, and China. The World Bank warned on Tuesday. In an annual report, the World Bank, which lends money to poor countries for development projects, said it has slashed its forecast for global growth this year by nearly half, to just 1.7% from its previous projection of 3%. If that forecast proved accurate, it would be the third weakest annual expansion in 30 years, behind only the deep recessions that resulted from the 2008 global financial crisis and the virus pandemic in 2022.
Right, so it's saying, statistically, it's rearing up for another recession because it said it's similar to what happened in 2008, and this is the worst one in 30 years. All right, so recession is on the brink. The crash of the monetary system is on the brink. Starvation, famine. All right, so this is your place for End Times News. We got to bring it to you. We got to let you know what time it is. Hey, let's go to topic two. Let's go to topic two.
Wars and violent fictions.
That's a weird combination. All right. All right, read that, man. Read that. Or play that one first one. Read that.
This is RTnews.com. History repeats itself. Images from Brazil today in the U.S. Capitol seizure on January 6, 2021. One and the same. Even the directors seem to be the same. Just as Trump was blamed for all the troubles on January 6. So in Brazil, they will hang all the dogs on Bolsonaro.
All right, so on the left, go back to the clip. On the left side, that's the Capitol riots. That's what took place, was that January 2020?
Yes, sir.
In D.C. But on the right-hand side, that's in Brazil. They are doing the same exact thing.
That's it.
Hey, play the clip. Make it big. All right, so it happened in America. It's taking place in Brazil. Brazil they've been getting it popping for like the last few months, man. Yeah, man.
And you know that's right.
Hey, let's get that in the scripts. Let's go back to 2 Ezra 15 and 16. Let's get that right there real quick. Read that for me.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men.
It says there should be what?
Sedition among men.
Read.
And invading one another.
And doing what?
Invading one another.
Here's the point.
They shall not regard their king.
They shall not do what?
Regard their king.
It says they shall not regard their kings. That's going into their government, the political system, all of that. All right, you saw that happen during the Capitol riots in Washington, D.C., and now you're seeing that take place in Brazil.
Right.
All right, the same thing. Let's go to the next. Civil unrest, uprisings. All right, read that.
Death toll in Peru rises to 46 amid extraordinary violence.
Scroll down. Yeah, read that.
Lima, Peru. At least 17 people were killed in southern Peru in a matter of hours Monday amid ongoing protests over the ouster of the former president. An extraordinary spasm of violence that led to criticism of excessive force by the military and the police. The clashes heightened concern that the protests would spread and lead to more bloodshed. Peru, the fifth most populous nation in Latin America, has been the scene of violent demonstrations since mid-December, when the country's leftist president, Pedro Castillo, who had promised to address long-standing issues of poverty and inequality, attempted to dissolve Congress and rule by decree. The move was widely condemned as unconstitutional, and Castillo was arrested and replaced by his vice president.
Right, and we're seeing, Haiti has corrupt government too.
Yes, sir. Right.
Was that Brazil? We're reading about Peru. Yep. Okay, these are all the tribes right here, man. All right, in South America, in the islands. All right. Yep. Let's go to the next article.
Injury launched in Peru president. Curfew in rest of region.
Right, and we kind of talked about that, curfews because of civil unrest usher in martial law eventually. Yes, and, some places in Russia, they're under it right now whenever you have war break out. But we're going to see that grow widespread very, very soon, yes, all right? Let's go to the next one. No more gas?
The world should be worried. Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil producer, issued a dire warning over extremely low capacity. Here are 3 oil stocks for protection.
It says the world should be worried. It says the world's largest oil producer issued a dire warning. Let's scroll down.
The global oil market remains tight according to Saudi
You just said it like perfect a second ago.
The global oil market remains tight according to Saudi
Aramco,
the largest oil producer in the world. And that does not bode well for a world that still relies heavily on fossil fuels.
Right, so this isn't good. What y'all got on that, man?
That's not good, Cap. So this right here is gonna be leading us into so a lot of people ain't gonna be able to get gas. All right, I'm gonna keep it simple.
Hey, David said, I'm coming. I'm about to drop it on him, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it simple with you. All right. But it's gonna lead into wars as well.
Exactly.
All right. On the back end, what was it? 2001 or 2002 on when the World Trade Towers had dropped. So we went to war over oil and gas.
Who went to war, officer?
So they went to war.
Nah, go ahead. Do your thing.
But it's gonna lead into the same exact thing. All right, this country has to find the oil to get to the gas so the people can continue with their lifestyles. Mm-hmm. And the same thing gonna continue.
People only think about cars when it comes to oil and fuel, bruh. The world as you know it is not going to be able to operate the same without fuel and oil. Understand that thing. What you got?
Just to give an example, a lot of things are shipped through automobiles and modes of transportation that use oil. Mm-hmm. Like we just covered the plane shutdown. How can planes fly without oil?
Exactly.
Right. See, these are things that
black people don't think about stuff like that.
They don't.
That's going to stop the food shipment. That's going to stop the supplies or medical supplies.
Truckers and all that.
Exactly.
Going to be affected by that.
And think about it. Every land or country does not have the same resources.
Right.
So different wheat crops or potatoes or whatever it may be, this particular place, they have more of this. Bananas. A lot of people don't know that bananas, you get a lot of them from Nassau, Bahamas. Chiquita.
Banana.
Oh, God. All right, man. A lot of people don't realize that. And in that day, they is going to realize that, damn, I'm not seeing the stuff that I'm normally used to eating.
Right, yeah.
In America, and Europe, Europe don't have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of resources. But, hey, that's what's coming, man. Trans pastor. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, as you see the country deplete its gas supply and they're giving dire warning, we got to give you the warnings about the future of the Christian church.
Bring it out.
This is that, this is that universalistic stuff right here. Because remember, they don't believe that it's going to be eternal fire. They don't believe that. They think it's going to be a pat on the wrist. But what they're pushing for, remember, they saying no matter what race, no matter what religion, there's certain sects of Christianity that accept homosexuals or transgender. And they don't think anything's wrong. That's what they're pushing. And they want all nations, they want all religions to unite. This is the future right here. For example, who would have ever thought that a rapper could be a homosexual and be cool?
Damn.
Who would have ever thought that?
One bit of sense to me.
I know not in my generation. Hell no.
Nope.
But check it out. Who would have ever thought a pastor could be gay?
Bring it up.
This is going to be the new normal. And if you speak against it, they're going to be looking at you like you crazy.
Yes, sir.
All right, but play the clip. Play that clip. And most importantly, they're going to, who they really going to come after? Us.
Right.
Because we're going to be the last people on earth speaking against it. We're going to be the last people on earth speaking against it, man.
That's right.
All right, play that.
Good morning and welcome.
Is there a caption? You just can't dive into that. At least let the people know what's going on here. Read that.
Let them know.
Non-binary transgender rising star of the Church of England, Reverend Bingo Ellison, talks about Transgender Awareness Day.
Reverend Bingo. All right. All right. Play the clip. Play the clip with Bingo.
He got to be Judah.
Nah, man. Hey, man. Okay, David, he does not even get the chance to win tonight. Deduct all of David's points from tonight.
Call yourself bingo.
Goodness, play that, man. Play that. That's hatred. Play the clip.
I'm sorry.
Come on,
Good morning
y'all.
and welcome to the Church of St. Margaret of Antioch in Toxteth.
Bro, that's disrespectful, bro. That's disrespectful, bro. We was called Christians first at Antioch.
That's right.
See that right there?
Yes, sir.
We was called Christians first at Antioch. Now you got David's man's Bingo up here.
Who?
Go back to the clip, man. Run it back from the beginning, please.
That ain't David's man.
Good morning and welcome to the Church of St. Margaret of Antioch in Toxteth.
Hey, who man's is this?
And today is Transgender Day of Visibility. My name is Reverend Bingo Allison, and I am a non-binary transgender priest in the church.
Bro, that's confusion. I forgot. Hey, and I'm going to keep forgetting. I don't care. I don't remember what non-binary is, and I ain't trying to remember.
Right, exactly.
So you non-binary, it sound like he can't eat cheese. That's what it's. That's what it sound like. So he non-binary and he transgender. But whatever, man. Whatever.
He lactose.
So he talking about transgender awareness. Last time I checked, the Most High gonna put you to death for that thing right there.
Right.
That's what I checked. Go to the next one, man, because we running out of time. So go to the next one.
Oh my God.
This is Isaac.
I thought that was Howard Stern at the beginning, but when you look closer, it's not Howard Stern, y'all. It's somebody else. All right, play the rest of that.
This is Isaac. The Methodist Church has ordained their first drag queen to preach.
Hey, y'all heard that? The Methodist Church. Hey, a lot of Jake be up in Methodist Church.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. I know there's an AME, the African Methodist Episcopal, but you got some Jake in the regular Methodist Church too now.
Right.
So run it back. Not just openly gay. Gay is bad. It's disgusting.
Right.
But now you got transgenders being accepted by the Methodist Church.
Overboard, yep.
Showing you what America is showing you what they was really about this whole time.
Right, exactly.
All right, go back to that.
This is Isaac. The Methodist Church has ordained their first drag queen to preach in their churches. And listen to what Isaac has to say in one of his sermons.
We are here to learn and to grow and to deconstruct and to reimagine what church can be, who church can be.
I told you.
And how.
Hey, we was in New York. I was with Captain Enoch and Officer Sampson. There was this big cathedral. Said church universalism, and it said God optional.
Yes.
That's what it said. They are removed. Obviously, God can't be in the midst of that.
No, hey.
To the point where they're going to invite everybody up in that thing and come as you are. Do what you please. Yep. Go back to it. Run it back like 5 seconds.
Reimagine what church
he got
can
a boxer's
be,
chin.
who church can be for, and how church can feel together. It can be a place unafraid to denounce queerphobia, a place unafraid to name the sin of racism, and to call for an end to.
Notice he has trouble even speaking right there. The church does not need to deconstruct. Jesus has built the church, and the Bible says the gates of hell shall not prevail against the church. What do you think about this? Let me know down below in the comments.
Hey, what y'all think about this?
Wicked stuff.
His shoulders.
Oh, we got 5 minutes.
His shoulders too big.
All right.
Shoulders
too broad. Right. Joker's pregnant. The Joker's pregnant.
Damn.
Read that.
The Joker is
The
pregnant.
Joker becomes pregnant and gives birth in latest DC comic.
In latest DC comics. So they already infiltrated Black Panther, which is Marvel.
Right. Yeah.
And obviously Marvel is ran by the Issues anyway, which is sad. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I liked it all the Marvels, but now I can't really get with them all no more, man. It's changing. It's
So
changing. I can't
Robin
follow.
gay now? Ain't Robin gay in the Marvel?
Who's Robin?
Robin, Batman.
That's DC, man.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on now,
I'm
dog.
sorry.
They finna spoil it for everybody. They act like they want to be included, but they're taking over everything and messing up everything.
Making everything gay as hell.
Right.
Yes.
Gay as hell. The Joker's pregnant. Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Wow.
That's good.
Whoa. So this is America's sweetheart, Tom Brady. You know, all the white people love Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Read that.
Tom Brady receives backlash after posting pictures with his son.
That's his son.
Yeah.
That's his son. Now, this looks... real quick for the last bit, we're going to bring in our NAMBLA expert.
Hey.
Officer Elijah, are you there? Officer Elijah, are you there?
Elijah.
Okay, could you give us an idea of what's going on right here in this picture?
I have no idea.
Tell us about it, man.
NAMBLA affected them.
NAMBLA affected them? Now, hey, this is supposed to be his son. Now, he's kissing his son on his neck. Hey, obviously his son is tall because his son's sitting in his lap and his feet come to his feet. That's not a young boy. That's not a young baby. His son may be 17 years old. I don't know. Hey, somebody look up the age of Tom Brady's son because his feet is close to his feet. He's 15 years old. His daddy probably got on some small trousers and he's sitting on top of him getting kissed on his neck.
Hell no.
But these are the vibes that they pushing out, the NAMBLA vibes. They pushing NAMBLA vibes out there. So you didn't have anything on that today. All right, we'll probably circle back later. Maybe, he wasn't prepared for that. I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. Hey, Left 4 Dead, we're going to end right here. Left 4 Dead. So as you can see, man, this world, not just America, this whole world is a crazy place right now. Yes, all right? So we got to make sure that we in these scripts. And, hey, we got to fast. We're going to keep saying that. That's right. Fast and pray, study, pray, apply.
Right.
All right, let's get to this last video, Left 4 Dead.
The House just voted on the Born Alive Survivors Protection Act. This bill is simple. If any abortion is botched and the baby is born alive, that baby cannot be left for dead, but must receive medical care like any live human being. Sadly, only one Democrat voted for it, while 210 Democrats voted against this bill. And
Stop. So what are they saying? They voted against the bill. So the bill said if you try to abort a baby and the baby's still born and alive, you got to treat it like a human. They said over 200 people voted against the bill. Damn. So what are they saying? Go back to it, finish it off.
Wicked. All these babies to be left for dead. This is sick. This is radical. This is where the Democrat Party stands today, but it's certainly not where the American people stand. I'll always fight for life of the unborn and the born. I'll always fight for you.
Matthew 24:12, man. We ended on this one right here.
Wow.
Hey, man, this is what it is. Hey, but think about it, man. These are the same people who ripped us out of our mother's stomachs, cut our mother's stomach open and bashed our head against the stone.
Bring it on.
Don't be surprised at these devils, man. Read that for me, please.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12.
Ooh, well, all right. Read that.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
It says, because sin shall abound, as you can see, that's why we got to bring these things out weekly. Yes, exactly. You got to see the sin is growing on the earth. It said, as iniquity shall abound, go ahead.
The love of many shall wax cold.
The love of many shall wax cold. Love of many shall wax cold. So, hey, we're going to wrap it up right there. It's been another episode of Writings on the Wall. But before we go, we got to select our favorite panelists for today. We always do this to keep the entertainment going. We got Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel. Vote Officer Elijah.
Officer Samson.
Shalom, Israel.
Okay. And Officer David.
Shalom, Israel. Most High Christ bless. Make sure you keep on tuning in to
Samson, I thought there was going to be more.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I thought he was going to have
us hanging,
more,
bro.
I wasn't ready for you to just cut that right there.
Hey, all praises, man. We got shirts. And we're going to have to redo this, man, in our shirts and stuff, man.
Yeah, for real.
We coming up, man. Shirts and hoodies.
Hey, man, they can't even see me in my hoodie right now. Hey.
All right, how we looking at T? How we looking?
Vote Elijah.
Hey, y'all see my hoodie?
No, they can't. They can't see you.
They just see the white shirt.
No,
That's
bro.
20
I
seconds.
look like I'm in prison, man.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Get ready for Captain Zakar with Four Corners News coming on next.
That's right.
That's a great
All
show,
right.
too.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Officer Elijah. All right. Hey, Israel, it's been real. That's our time.
It's the glasses.
Okay. IT, let's go. To my right.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Sampson.
All right, Israel. I'm Officer David. Shalom.
All right, this has been another episode of Writings on the Wall, brought to you by Israel United in Christ. And with that, we say, Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.